Yeah.
All right, Benny Snell now.
Benny Snell football.
I don't know how much PT he's going to get here. It's kind of like Justin Lane. I think that Connor coming back is definitely going to limit that. I think his opportunity was last year, and he performed.
Yeah,
but,
absolutely.
I mean, to the degree where you're thinking, all right, he needs to get split carries like we talked about last week or last podcast. He needs to be on the field. I just don't really have that feeling. If he's out there, you hope that he does take advantage of his opportunities. I don't know how many carries or percentage of snaps that's going to be, but I don't know. I don't know what that looks like, so I'll be interested to hear what you got to say.
So for me, man, year 2 jump for Benny. Number 1, continue to make plays on special teams. We talked about last year. That was the one thing we were seeing him do. He was going out on punt, kickoff. He was making tackles. I love to see that because that's going to be his role still if everything goes well with James Conner. I want to still see you out there making plays on that. But also, similar to what we saw in that second game of the season versus the Seahawks, you got that one carry, you went for 23 yards on it. If they're using it as a short yardage back, you better dominate in that short yardage vein because you can use that to, remember we talked about saving James Conner a little bit, taking some of those hits off of him. We've done it before, even with Le'Veon when he was
like you said,
back.
It's going to naturally happen. If Conner gets 80% of the snaps, they're still going to be 20%.
So we started using D'Angelo Williams, for example, and then we went with, oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank on his real name because we always called him Nightmare.
Toussaint?
No. Gosh. Oh, man, I'm drawing a blank.
This is about...
Yeah, this was his last year.
This was third running back we had.
I don't know. He was number like 39. We would use him strictly for short yardage situation because it was like, you know what? If we could save some of those hits on Le'Veon, let's use him. And oh my goodness, we always called him Nightmare because he went to the same school as Christian Okoye. Oh my goodness, and it's gonna drive me nuts. I can't think of his name. Terrell. What is Terrell's last name?
I can't
think of his last name, bro. But yeah, we would use him in that vein, and as long as he was falling forward, kept giving him the ball. Anytime with short yardage, just fall forward, you're good to go. We said it was predictable because we knew he was going to run the ball, but as long as he was falling forward, we kept doing it. And when I'm looking at Benny, I'm like, if that's going to be your role until further notice, dominate it.
Yeah.
Make sure that you excel in that role. Make sure that, hey, every time I'm out there, I'm falling forward, I'm getting that first down. If it's third and short, whatever it may be, second and short, if you're using me, I'm going to be productive. If I'm on special teams, I'm making tackles. That's what I view Benny as right now until we know otherwise, because we're all under the assumption that, hey, James is going to be healthy. James is going to be the guy. So if that's going to be the case, that's what I see for Benny in terms of making that growth.
I like how you bring up these little things that I'm just completely blowing past. Because I'm thinking to jump, all right, you got to have 1,200 yards. Man. Like, 7-8 touchdowns. Like, that's just my thought of what a jump means.
Because for me, man, I never go down the path of statistics because we've already talked about it numerous times how stats lie. And I know you're big on stats until we talk certain stats, and then you're like, nah, stats don't count. Eyeball tests.
It's all these things, dude. You know how it is, man. It's a factor. He could have 700-800 yards, but if his yards per carries are good and he's contributing, then that would be a jump. But like you know how I think, I'm just extreme one way. Like I need to see a Bettis Jr. out of Snell or something like that.
Man, it's good.
But it's just unrealistic this year coming up. That's what I mean. So that's why I like how you brought up the little things of what maybe people wouldn't notice. Right? Yeah.
That equates to jump. And that ultimately helps this team in terms of winning too. Because he could easily go in there and say, man, look, I did this last year with way less talent around me. I should get more carries. I was healthy. I should be out there. He could make that argument. Is that going to be best for the team though? No. What's best for the team is if James is healthy, have James out there. What's best for the team is if James needs a spell every couple of plays. All right, Benny, that's your role. If James needs you out there just to be the blocking back on third down, so James have to deal with the hits, that's your role. Like whatever his role is going to be, that's what he's going to need to step up and dominate in. Now, we haven't seen him a ton in pass protection, but from the little bit that we did see, he was successful in that department. So that's another thing. All right, every time, because we do not need Ben getting hit because you, period. We don't need that at all. Not at all.
He'll be fired the next day.
Yeah, we don't need that. No, that's not good. It's not good at all. So as long as, okay, if you're coming in there for third down situations, short yardage for the runs, or you're pass protecting, okay, cool. You better excel in it. Keep them clean. Like that's how I view those year 2 jumps